Bem-vindo de volta à Praia de Guincho in Cascais, Portugal. We are back and we are running and gunning heat number 2. It is sudden elimination time. Johanne Defay will take on Laura Enever, and it's time to put your skills together in afternoon conditions here. The wind is picking up. There is water in the lineup that is really shifty with 3 different swells recently, and I believe it was at the U.S. Open in Huntington Beach, and she was kind of starstruck, kind of dumbfounded that she even won. She had no pressure on herself at all, and she kind of just, are you kidding me? I won?
It was so beautiful just to watch her make it in the Vans US Open of surfing, just watching every single heat that she advanced through, starting in round 1. I mean, getting 9s throughout the competition, always backing up with excellent scoring rides. Sally Fitzgibbons fell prey to Johanne Defay's beautiful surfing in the semi-finals, and then Johanne Defay actually went up against one of her best friends, Bianca Buitendag, in the final. I mean, against Sally Fitzgibbons, sorry, and just so beautiful just to see her get her first World Tour victory.
And we go back to our live action. Johanne Defay does, looks like she jumped on a wave right there.
Moving around.
Laura Enever comes in with a 3-5.
Here we go, Laura Enever just trying to make the most of this. She bangs off that section out the back. She must know that, you know, it really is important to get a maneuver on the outside. Bringing it through. She finds something on the inside, able to work with a bit of a lip. Unfortunately, unable to ride out of that maneuver.
At least 160 degrees coming in on us, but the tide is now really playing some tricks with everybody in the lineup. It's going to be hard to get into them, but here is Johanne Defay, and it gets real flat right there. So this morning's low tide at 7 o'clock at 3.4, we're pushing to 10.8 feet. We got Bianca Buitendag and this young lady right there. Well, coming up would be Teresa Benevolo. As we've got back to the action, wave number 3 for Johanne Defay. And Defay is starting to connect the dots and trying to maintain her speed to the inside. She's got a 0.50, a 0.30. That right there is her best wave. Got to be considering coming to the inside. Here's one off the back for Laura Enever. Her second wave is going to be critical here. Not a lot of waves on offer, and
that was maybe a little bit of a mistake there from Laura.
But if you're going to make a mistake and make it early, get out the back and get priority. Yeah. It looks like she's going to do it. The last thing you want to do is chase an opportunity and fall to the inside and then have to paddle through a million waves. 2 high average waves will get you through. Set wave coming through on her forehand. It is Laura Enever, North Narrabeen. And Laura with a big wrap looks to the inside and again negotiating all the bump and chop. And she's made one section and then it just gets a little fat to the inside and that wave just backs off in deep water. That's a tough one for Laura. Laura's in the lead trying to better that 1.0. She probably did that. Now we go to Johanne Defay, wave number 4. She needs a 2.84. She's got a nice long wall ahead of her, plenty of speed, brings back into the pocket. Now a big closeout section, or is it going to go flat? Deep water right here, looking for the wave to just stand up and really keeping her options open, just weaving through like a slalom skier. And this there is a huge opportunity missed.
Definitely. I mean, you could see that she was working this one through the inside and maybe just not keeping her head over the string as much as she should have, just eyeing out that section and just unable to pull that one around, the wave going a little bit fat on her.
Well, let's take a look at the heat recap. With 6 minutes remaining, we've got time on our hands to take a look at some great waves that happened. Not a lot.
Yeah, you can see Laura Enever really trying to make the most of these waves, trying to work her way onto the inside. Takes it through. You can see her just trying to find something of consequence, bangs that one off and just unfortunately going down on that one, and you can see the carving maneuver, holding the rail beautifully. Laura Enever staying busy, staying active, trying to work that one through. A little bit of disappointment there. And then Johanne Defay, if anyone's used to doing the Huntington hop, it's this girl, winning the US Open earlier this year and trying to replicate that performance here at Cascais at Guincho, but unfortunately going down.
Well, it could have been a little bit more, a 4.17. So it is a very close heat, very low scoring heat. With priority, our surfer in blue gives this one up. Johanne Defay looking for a 2.56, and you go, that's got to be easy. Is that a 2.56? So far, so good. Will she stay with it? With 4 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock, that won't help going down. and back up. Judges probably don't like when you go into the prone position to make the inside, but now she's getting another turn. It won't count as 2 waves, but they'll take note. And that's a tricky thing. She gets some turns in, but she went down prone.
Yeah, that's not going to help her situation, but you know, Johanne Defay, that first turn looked really good, and then the way that she did get into that inside section, not the prettiest, but when she got to her feet, she did some beautiful turns.
The judges have to make a decision about going prone.
Exactly. Here we go. Johanne Defay takes this one, hits it up into the lip. Beautiful move there from her, rides it out. And this is what you mentioned, Dave. She gets down to her stomach, tries to negotiate. We've been looking for that inside connection. She gets back up, works that rail, finds this section on the inside. Another carving maneuver, throwing a lot of spray, looks for that rebound. Not going to get it, but 2 moves on that one wave for her. Got to get busy.
She's got to get busy. Needs a balmy 9.17.
And we just watch this wave again. This is the excellent scoring ride from the Reunion Island surfer. She smashes that one on the lip. She's so comfortable on her backhand, being honed on the left-hand point breaks in Reunion. This is where we thought it got a little bit dicey getting to her stomach, but she gets back up and she makes this count. This connection really gives her a lot of opportunity to throw a lot of spray. She works it all the way through that board, looking so graceful under her feet. Little exit jump.
Just about 10 seconds remaining. They're counting down 4, 3, 2, 1, and there's the horn. And it's loud enough that she hears it. And Johanne Defay showing some magic like she did in Huntington Beach with an 8.5 and a 4.1.